Tim Kawakami, Mercury. Draymond, you obviously knew with Durant out, you need some other guys stepping forward. How do you describe JaVale's game tonight?
It's kind of awkward with him sitting right here.
Be nice. Be nice.
No.
Yeah.
No, he was amazing. You know, the energy that he brought off the bench, you know, obviously it showed up in the points. And, you know, with him being that lob threat at the rim for us, you know, it's kind of like a bailout. You get in trouble, you just throw it to the rim and he goes and get it. But it was more than that. You know, it was offensive rebounds. It was a great post move. You know, it was the blocks. It was the defense in the pick and roll coverage. I mean, he was amazing all over the court for us tonight and, you know, gave us a huge lift off the bench.
Draymond, I wanted to ask you about Patrick McCaw, too. I mean, he stepping into Durant's position and also had to do a little bit of Sean Livingston, too. You look pretty excited when he drove the key for that one layup and was barking for a foul. Could you talk about his performance?
I actually thought he was barking at CJ. That's why I was so excited. That's actually the first time I've ever seen him show any emotion, though, so that was pretty good, I thought. But he was great tonight. You know, he shot the ball when he had shots. He drove closeouts hard and got to the paint, used his athleticism. He was great on the defensive end. You know, Pat is one of those guys where he don't show that he's overly confident because he'll never say anything, but he's one of those guys that you don't have to instill confidence in. He feel like, you know, oh, it's the NBA, like I'm here. I should be here, and I'm going to do what I do. And, you know, it's a great thing. And, you know, he stepped in great for us, was big for us tonight. Obviously, you don't expect him to come in and be Kevin Durant, you know, but he came in, was solid, made plays for us, for himself, made plays for others. And he got a lot of deflections on the defensive end, which was key also.
Janie McCauley from AP. JaVale, Lillard was just in here and said we cannot let him impact the game the way he did. And how much pride do you take in the way you're contributing on both ends right now, and you guys going up there with a 2-0 lead?
I mean, I take a lot of pride in it. We've really been harping on pick and roll defense, and I've really been trying to step up on that. So I feel like we did a great job tonight, and I feel like we have to continue doing that, especially in Game 3 and 4.
Hey, JaVale, Colin Rush with NBC Bay Area. Can you just talk about your efficiency? Obviously, 7 of 7 tonight. You feel like you're feeling this offense as good as you have all season right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's my whole thing. I'm just trying to be efficient out there. I don't try to do too much. I just try to do what's necessary for me in the minutes that I'm out there, and I feel like I'm doing a good job at that.
Draymond, did you ever think you'd see Klay Thompson rise up for a block at the rim like that?
No. It was pretty amazing, though, you know, for him to go vertical and then just block the shot like that. You know, it was a pretty monstrous block, and, you know, it was fitting that he got a 3 on the other end because that's what Klay is all about. You know, he's about getting his shots up. But he made the defensive play, and he was rewarded on the other end. But it was, you know, definitely an amazing block. He sunk over to help. Good thing about that block was Klay blocked it, but if he didn't, JaVale was about to block it also. So it was a pretty unique play.
Draymond, after that second quarter foul by Myers Leonard, it looked like you were telling the officials, if that had been me, that would have been a flagrant foul. What was your message there on the line?
You heard it perfectly, brother. Maybe a 2, but it's okay. Life goes on.
Jan Lu from World Journal. Draymond, you know, CJ and Damien just got 23 points. You know, what's key to defense?
Just not letting them get in their comfort zone. You know, when you let them come out and get easy things from the beginning, they get in the rhythm and they're tough, just as tough to stop as anybody in the league. You know, but we came out from the jump. We were up on the pick and roll, started out with Zaza. You know, we didn't let them get to their left hand as much as they wanted to, as much as we did in the first Game 1. And, you know, they felt us from the beginning, you know, as opposed to all of a sudden third quarter, you know, then you start to, you know, apply more pressure. We did it from the jump tonight, and you know it had an effect on them. I think they were a little tired from Game 1 because they both exhausted a lot of energy. But you know that's the series. You got to give our guards a lot of credit, our bigs a lot of credit on what they did to stop those guys, and you can't expect to hold them to 23 points every night. But you can't give them 75 either. So it'll probably be somewhere in the middle of that, and that's fine. But we just got to keep trying to make it tough on them.
Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. JaVale McGee, that is. You come from a strong bloodline of basketball players. Your dad, George Montgomery, played at the University of Illinois. Your mom and her twins played at USC. And plus your mom was a coach at Sacramento High before you went off to UNR. Can you talk a little bit about that? And is that an incentive or, kind of put a chip on your shoulder that you want to, keep that tradition going?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I basically have a basketball family, so it's just instilled in me, and basketball is basically all we know. And I just feel like that's what we need to do to be able to be a part of the McGee family. You got to be athletic, and you got to be running the floor. You got to be dunking. You got to be doing something. My sister's 6'7". She can dunk, so it's just crazy. But it's just definitely my family to play basketball. My mother definitely instilled hard work in me, especially on the basketball. On basketball, I remember, I think it was 6th grade, and I had a bad game. She had me up at 6 a.m. running around in the snow in boots, like working out. And I'm like, it's 6th grade. Like, what are we doing right now? But I mean, it works, obviously.
Ethan Strauss, ESPN. JaVale, you talked about stepping up and pick and rolls earlier. I'm wondering what coaches and players have been helpful for your defense this season.
Shout out to Ron Adams. He really harps on the pick and roll and defensive strategy. So just shout out to Ron Adams.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Draymond, people talk about you and KD and Steph and Clay and the All-Stars, but on a night like tonight when the offense is kind of coming and going, what does it mean to have 33 points from JaVale and Zaza and David off the bench, the bigs?
It means a lot, but, I mean, a lot of people do talk about the four of us. But one thing that's constant, in this organization is, everybody, the strength in the numbers, the depth that we rely on so heavily throughout the course of the year and through the playoffs. And, it showed up tonight. Steph didn't have a huge game. I didn't have a huge game. Clay didn't have a huge game. Yet we were able to put the game together that we did tonight. And, it's a testament to that depth. We won almost by 30 points without anyone having a huge game. But everybody did a little bit of something. And, that's especially important with KD out. He's such an important and huge force for us, on the offensive and defensive end, but especially the offensive end, that, when he goes out, you usually always say, oh, man, Steph's going to have 30 and Clay's going to have 30, but that didn't happen tonight. But all the other guys stepped up. Everybody contributed to this win. And, it's great to be able to win games like that because, sometimes stars don't have big games and it's tough to win. That's one thing that with our team, we always say, no matter what, we can go out there and get a win, and, it showed tonight.
Draymond, kind of similar question. What were you thinking when you heard for sure that Durant wasn't going to play tonight? And do you think you sent a message to Portland or even the rest of the league that you can win a game by 29 with Durant out and some of the other stars not having huge nights?
No, I don't think it sends much of a message. One thing we know is it's one game. That doesn't say much to Portland. Oh, they beat us in game 2 without KD. They're still going to come out, play hard in game 3 and give all they got, whether we have KD or not. And that goes for anybody else in the league, but at the same time, it is a confidence booster for us, to be able to go out there and win like that without him. We don't plan on being without him for long, but at the same time, things do happen, like the calf. And, if he goes down or anyone else. Other guys got to be ready to step up and contribute, and that was this game tonight. Everybody stepped up and contributed, and we were able to win the way we did.